Thank you, everyone. My heart is to really help you guys get the business and the life that you want. I mean, that's everything inside of me. I came from from literally nothing. And the blessing of my life is that there have been people periodically in my life who helped change the direction, who helped give me a little bit of confidence, who believed in me and stuff like that. And everything in my heart is to help you guys do the same thing. So we finally got the stream key fixed. For some reason, the stream key was broken. Have no idea why, what happened, but we got it fixed. So we will have a replay of this, Danielle. So yay. And then I'll show you where to find the other replay for my other one as well. So first of all, welcome everyone to My AI Live. Today is Thursday, October 17th, My AI Live. We get together every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for the My AI system training. We're teaching you how to not only use the incredible software program that we have, but also social media, different ways of starting conversations, different ways of doing things. I have something a little different for you today that we're going to talk about as well with the My AI. So first of all, let me show you where you're going to find your recordings at, okay? And navigating this can be a little tricky sometimes. So let me show you an easier way to do it, okay? So I'm going to share my screen first of all, and we're going to come over here. Now, you're going to find all of your recordings when I do the training, and I say when I do it because Tom and Tom doesn't know how to do the streaming, and sometimes Adrian isn't able to get it going. And now I see why, because the key was broken. And so thankfully we were able to get that fixed. But so you come over here to the official corporate Nowsite group. And when you're trying to find anything in here, there's two ways you can do this. Okay. One, easiest is to come over here and hold on. Let me move this over there. And where is my search thing? Where is my, right here where it says most relevant? I kind of hate this most relevant thing because it's what Facebook thinks is most relevant, not what we think, right? And so I want to click this down and go to newest post. Okay. Most people don't even know this is in groups because it's kind of grayed out. But if you come over here to newest posts, then you're going to see the different posts, right? So right here, you'll see the My AI Live one that I'm doing right now. And of course, if you're the one person over there, I see you. If you're the one person over there, I'm going to invite you to come over to the live Zoom at nowsite.online if you can. Much more fun over here, that's for sure. Now, let's move my screen out of the way. Now, when we scroll down, we're going to see all of the posts in order. Now, of course, you're going to have other people who are posting, but this is the one from, let's see, was live 3 days ago. That should be, is that Tuesdays? It looks like Mondays. Where's Tuesdays?
No,
2 days
that's it.
ago.
It's not there. I looked for it yesterday, but I couldn't find it.
That's bizarre. Huh. All right. Well, I will go find it. I have a recording of it, so let me find it for you guys and upload it. I don't know what happened to the recording. That's really bizarre, but I'm glad. Thank you for saying something, Danielle. Anyways, right here, remember this area right here. Always when you're looking for something in particular, go to new posts, and then you'll always find the easiest. Okay. Next on the agenda, this is where I am. My name's Elizabeth Larson, and I am your trainer for the My AI system. And if you want to know more about me, you can come over here and find me here. All of my posts are made with the My AI system. And so if you ever want to figure out a post to make or anything else, please feel free to come over here and do a make it my own from any of my posts. You're more than welcome to use these. So let's talk about social media today. First of all, if you're brand new, put a 1 in the chat for me so I know if you're new here. If you've been here before, please put a 7 in the chat. 7s if you've been here before and learned something great. 1 if you are brand new. And we do have a new person here. Yay! Good. I'm so happy to see you. All right. So let's do this. So Thursday we have a meeting today that's going to start with Adrian and Justin and them. I will have to give over the Zoom to them early. However, this is what one thing I want to think about in this. Has anybody ever had a post that you felt did better than the other posts that you've had? Anybody ever experienced that yet? Where you had one post that it's like, this post did really great. Okay. So I want to show you something you can do with those posts that you feel two different things that you can do with these posts when you feel like like I hit a home run with this one. Why can't I hit a home run every single time, right? Anybody ever felt like that? Like I hit a home run with this post and this. Okay. So there's something really neat that you could do in the My AI system that many of us don't think about with this. And so I want to show you how to do that, okay? So we're going to come over here and let me go ahead and I'm going to come over to my Facebook real quick. And I'm going to find a transformation throwback Thursday, okay? And let me go up and I'll use this one up here. All right. So let's say you did a post and you did really, really great with a post. Let me see if I can find one over here that I really like a lot better. Okay. So let's say you did a post and you really, really, I loved this post. This post was the best post. Why can't I just have more posts like this? First of all, you do need a variety of posts. But second, how do you get that post again, right? So something that you can do that I love about this is we talk about a part of the My AI system over here called Make It My Own. So you post on social media and it's Make It My Own. Now, this little button is actually usually taught in, I see a post from Mike. So Coach Mike over here is one of my coaches that I raised up. Mike over here, he makes a post. I like his post. I'm like, oh, so I'm going to clip it out and the Now site is going to use it for myself, right? And it's going to make my version of that post. Everybody knows the Make It My Own, except for our brand new person so far. Okay. So the Make It My Own is I see somebody else's post. I want to post like that. I clip it out. I put it into the AI. The AI gives me something for me that's very close to that. What we don't think about is when we have a home run with a post, we can actually clip that out and do a make it our own for ourselves and make another post very similar to it. Okay. It's a way to recycle your posts in a new and meaningful way. So let me show you how this is going to work. When we come over here, I first find the post that I want to use, right? Bar out of the way. All right. So I first find a post that I want of mine that I was like, oh yeah, and this is perfect. If you are up on a weekend or something and there's not a My AI going on, which I don't do Saturdays and Sundays, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need an idea for a post. Scroll your own social media and see which posts have had the most traction with, and then just come over here and do a make it my own to make something similar. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and what I'm going to do is I am going to clip this post out. Now, if you are on Mac, the way I just did that screenshot is Command Shift and the number 4. Command Shift and the number 4 for Mac. If you are on Windows, I believe my Windows people, PJ, is it Command in the or the Windows in the period? Or is that for emojis? I always forget what it is for Windows. Can one of my Windows people let me know? Oh, Snippy Tools, great. That's one I used to use.
It was con well,
Windows Shift S.
Windows Shift S.
This
I don't even have to see the
this
picture.
screen.
That's Dr. Lisa.
Yeah,
Hi, honey.
and you're right. Windows period is emojis.
Is emojis. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. All right. So now I have that. I'm going to come over here to my Now site system, to the My AI, and I'm going to click this button here, make it my own. When I do that, I'm going to click upload, and I am going to clip that or put that screenshot in there and hit open. Okay. Now the image is loaded. You guys can see the image there. Maybe I want some additional instructions to add a different part of my story to add a little bit of a, a different direction of it, I can do that, or I can leave it just the way it is. Now I'm going to hit generate. Now, when I hit generate, it's going to come over here and it's going to look at all my current information and it's going to give me this, right? Okay. So I'm going to come over here back to my original post. Nope, that's not the one I used. That was the other one was the one I used. Okay. So, well, just look at how far I've come. There was a time I felt so desperately unhappy and completely lost in trying to please everyone around me. It seemed like I could never make anyone happy, including myself. Those days were tough, filled with self-doubt and constant second guessing. I often felt like I was wandering through life without a clear direction or purpose. But but now things are different. My journey has led me to a place where I can proudly say that I live my truth every single day. I've learned to prioritize my own happiness as well as being constantly seeking approval from others. Embracing self-love has been a transformative experience for me, and it feels incredible to wake up each morning feeling grateful for the love and peace I've cultivated within myself. What about you? What are you thankful for in your life right now? I would absolutely love to hear your stories and celebrate your achievements with you. Share in the comments below. Okay. So there was the original post. Now, this is what it gave me so far. Dream big. Remember, the only limits are the ones we create. Challenges, just steps to greatness. Every leap of faith brings us closer to our dreams. What's your next goal? Embrace the unknown and push forward. Anything is possible. Now, if I like the direction it's going, I can come down here and hit the AI and I could say, make it longer, add in more of my story of overcoming, or my story of weight loss, or my story of whatever it is. All you have to say to the AI is include or add more of my story of whatever the subject is, and the AI will start writing that for you. Now, if I did not like the way it was going, I can hit this generate button again. And when I do, it starts completely over from scratch, right? So when it comes over here, now dream big. The only limits are the ones we set ourselves. Challenges, that's just stepping stones to greatness. It just gave me the exact same thing, didn't it? It actually did. It should have changed it. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to tell Adrian about that. All right. Now I am going to make it longer though, and I'm going to say to rewrite this and add in more of my story of my weight loss journey and overcoming self. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask it to rewrite it, right? Now, notice I'm only giving it prompts. I'm not telling it my story. I'm not telling it everything to write. I'm just giving it the prompts. Okay. Now, when you see all the writing here, remember, you can use all of it. You can use some of it, whichever you choose, whatever's right for you, right? So when it gives you all the writing, don't be scared and say, oh my gosh, that's too much, and then kind of throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? Look for the parts that are most important to you of the message that you want to convey this day. Now, remember something. What you do, when we set our intention, we're going to make our social media posts. We first set our intention of what do we want the outcome of this post to be? And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be more conversations, right? What do you want those conversations to be about? Your product, your business? What direction do you want to go? Overcoming your own journey of, becoming the person that you are today? What is the message that you can go backwards and convey to somebody else of what you have overcome yourself, right? That's what we do. We just help people do what we have done. So let's read the post. Dream big. In the past, I truly understood what it felt like to set limits for myself. Doubts and self-hatred were constant companions in my journey. And they often whispered that I couldn't achieve the dreams nested in my heart. I have got to make this bigger. I don't know why this is so small. Okay. Either that or my eyes are just not as awake today. Okay. But I've learned the only real barriers in this life, and I'm actually going to put some space in here real quick. But I've learned the only real barriers in life are the ones we construct ourselves. Every challenge is not a setback, it's a stepping stone leading to greatness. When I set out on my weight loss journey, the road seemed daunting. Each step was uncertain, filled with struggles and resistance both within and from the world outside. Those were days, there were days when looking in the mirror felt like the hardest task of all. Yet, as I began to peel away the layers of self-doubt and negativity with every pound shed, I not only lost weight, but also those deep-seated feelings of self-hatred. I found strength I never knew existed within me. Embracing the unknown requires courage and pushing forward despite the fear holds the promise of magical transformation. Yeah, I'm probably going to take that part out. Step by step, I move closer, not just, and this is where you kind of edit out what you do want and what you don't want, right? Step by step, I moved closer, not just my physical goals, but to a place of self-acceptance and love. I like that. And this journey has shown me that by keeping our eyes on the prize, we harness an unstoppable force within us. Now, this is where I'm going to write in my call to action, right? Now, not every post necessarily has to have a call to action. I like to ask questions. I like to always have conversations in every post, but not every post needs a call to action, right? So, but I am going to put one in this one. What dream are you working towards? What are you struggling to? I know how tough it can be to strive for a better, but you can do it. How do I know? You do it. Did it? I'll just stop it right there. All right. So I've got my call to action. What dream are you working towards? What are you struggling to achieve? I know how tough it can be to strive for a better life, but you can do it. How do I know? Because I did it, and I'm here to help you do it too. Ready to change your life? Want some tips on how I did it? Put a me down below, down in the comments. I will give you my tips to transformation. Transforming your life. Okay. Let's continue to push boundaries, rewrite our stories, and watch the magic happen right before our eyes. Yeah, I can leave that. All right, photo. Let's talk photo real quick. I personally like selfies and photos that are of my transformation before and after in these kinds of posts. Sometimes you're not ready to do that selfie. Sometimes you're not ready to do that. But I can promise you, the more the photos are about you, where you're at, your journey, and things like that, people will connect to it way more. But, however, if you are not that person yet and you're not ready for that yet, let's go and look at finding some photos. Whoa. I gotta wear my glasses or something. I just can't see today. I think okay. So let's see what I got for transformation. Not so much. Let's look for this. See what I got here. I'm going to use this one right here. I have to shrink. And now, notice one thing. I want you to see, does everybody see the problem on my screen? There's no button, right? I cannot get that photo. There is no button. Okay, so when you zoom your browser to make it bigger, like me, so I can actually see something sometimes, you're going to have to shrink it back down to get the button, right? I shrink down my browser. You notice everything becomes smaller on my screen, and there's the button. So here, and I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit more because as you can see, no buttons. All right. Now, I'm going to add some text to my image. It's already taller than wider, so it will work pretty well on social media or on Instagram if I choose Instagram. I can take this down just a little bit and get it matched up with the other one a little closer if I want and make that more like 700 too. So what I do is I take this and make it 700 also. So it matches both sides. So I'm going to square it, right? Now let's see if it's in the position I like. Okay, so I could actually take this down and center it a little bit more on the photo. Okay, now I've got that. Now I'm going to say add words, words to my image. Not see today, I need my glasses. My brows are bigger for a minute. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to center this, make it the font a little bit bigger. Now, why am I putting words on this? I could just use the photo by itself. However, when I do that, what ends up happening is it doesn't get as much attention. So if I put words on it, it actually gets more attention than it would have normally. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch that and we'll make that by itself. I'm going to change that to make that a little bit bigger. Now center it. And you can always do a little bit of that at the end. I'm taking a little bit more time than I normally would in there. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to drop this down just a little bit, just so the wording's just a little bit more centered in here. And bring this in just a little bit and bring this in just a little bit. And now now I have it squared off again, right? And I can actually go there. All right, now I'm going to hit add. Now I have this photo with the wording on here that I can use at any place, right? Now I have Facebook. If I come over here to Instagram, it's going to take all of that and put it into the Instagram version of that writing for that platform. Same with LinkedIn. I'm going to come over here to LinkedIn and I have everything right here exactly the way I want, right? Including my call to action. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit post. When I hit post, the platform will pop up on the one that I want, and I'm going to post this in. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come over and grab my photo as soon as I get this out of the way with the wording. I hit next, and then I hit post, right? Perfect. There we go. Simple as that. Now that I've done the work on one, remember, I can come back over here and I can post on X. I can post on Instagram. I can post on Facebook. I have all of them together right there. Now, you will get more responses if the photo is of you. I'm just going to say that straight out. Okay. If you will do a photo, remember, video gets #1 responses. Photos of you get next responses, and then photos with words, and then other things like that. So if you do a video, you'll get a lot more. If you do a photo of you, you will get a lot more. However, sometimes people aren't ready for that. I know for years I was not ready to have selfies. I just didn't like the way I looked. And when I first started this journey, I used photos of everything else to avoid it. And I get it. But if you can get to the point where you are using your own photos, that's more helpful. Okay, let's do 5 minutes super quick because I've got to get this back over to Adrian and Cheryl. I'm going to do some questions in the meantime while we do our 5-minute post. But let's get our post done. And we're going to get started here. Hey, Danielle.
Of course, it's me. Elizabeth, I did a post yesterday and the AI captured me like I couldn't believe. Like it was just, yeah, it was just amazing. It really sounded like me. It really was me. Is there something I can do to make sure that that happens more often? Or I was really blown away actually. So what would
Well,
you?
what that should mean is that the AI is finally learning who you are, and it should continue more and more like that as you go. Because what the AI is set up to do is the longer you use it, the more it learns about the kind of posts you want, the kind of wording that you want, especially when you edit in that rewrite area that I show you guys how to edit in there. If you do your edits in there and ask it to rewrite it there, ask it to change things in there, that's one way that it's going to continuously start learning more of who you are and start sounding like my demo one. I use my demo one so much that it's almost like my real one. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this thing sounds just like me all the time. It kind of scares me sometimes. I'm like, you sound more like me than I do. But it's kind of amazing like that. Now, here's the other part of that, though. Here's the other part. I want you to come over here and I'm going to show you one other thing. I'm going to share my screen. Give me 1 second to share my screen. The other thing you can do to always get it to sound more and more like you is to come over here down to train my AI and always put more information in here until it starts sounding exactly like you. So information that you wanted to know about your background, your heritage, things that you like, your interests. And if it ever doesn't sound, if it ever goes rogue, like mine has gone rogue before, where it started using all this, I don't know, slang that I would never say. You just come over to Write Like Me and you kind of and you just change these a little bit. Like I just made it one click more formal and then it sounded just perfect. But the one thing that's the most important to remember in this is that the more you use it, the more it learns who you are and the way you want things put together, and the more it is going to do and sound exactly like you. So you're on the right track. If you found a post and it's like, oh my gosh, this is me, start using those same kinds of prompts and it's going to continue to learn more and more about you.
And how do I tag you when I do?
Perfect. Yep, great question. Come over here. I'm going to share my screen one more time. And to tag me or somebody else in a post, you have to, you can go like this. And let's say I'm on Mike. I'm borrowing your posts. All right. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put a circle in here. And I think you and I are friends. So there's Diane.
There I am, second one.
Second one. And now I hit there. And now I've just tagged you in it. And you will get a notification up in your notifications that you were tagged in a post.
Okay. Thank
Now
you very
that's
much.
different than if you're with somebody. Let me give you the second one of that also, because you may, as team members, be at an event together. And when you're making your own posts, you may, let me come over here. Let's say you're making a post. Goodness, I got too much stuff in my way. All right. You may be making a post, and when you make your post, let's say I'm making whatever post it was that I did, or, whatever it was. No, that's not what I wanted. I don't know why I'd screenshot that. Anyways, I can actually come to this little person down here. Everybody see this little blue person? And it says tag people. If I tag here
Oh,
and
that's
then I
good.
make a post like that, it's going to say that I am with you at the beginning of the post.
Oh,
That is great when you're at an event together with multiple team members, or you guys are all out to lunch or whatever it is. That's the way you do it if you're actually with the person. You can tag the other way if you just want them to be aware of the post and see the post.
okay, great. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. All right, Pamela.
Hey, Elizabeth, I just had a quick question. I know you probably did it before,
Yeah,
but if you made a post and somebody made a comment, how do you respond to the comment? Because I forget that. I couldn't find it.
perfect. Okay, let's do that one super quick. And we're going to come over here. So somebody comments on your posts. Let me go grab a post. Let me do this one down here, the one that we've been talking about. Okay. So somebody comments on a post. And I got this one right here. Let me go find a better post or a better comment. Okay. So to comment on posts, you're going to come over here and hit comment on posts. Okay. You'll put the post text here and then you'll paste the comment. The other thing that I like to do though, and I'm going to show you a sneaky way to do this because I don't think it's really designed to do this, but I will put in on help me reply. I will put in the comment and I'll say, write a comment back for this. So something like, write me a back to this comment left on my social media.
Okay.
And that is actually one of my favorite ways to do that because I like the help me reply a lot. So I tend to use that one more than the comment one, just because I can tweak it a lot more right straight from the beginning of what I want.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. All right. Did everybody get their post done? All right. Tomorrow show me your posts. Please bring your posts and raise your digital hand so we can go over some of your posts. If you would like us to give you some hints about your social media, also bring that too tomorrow. I have to give this over to Adrian and because we've just turned into a pumpkin and they need it back for the next meeting that they're doing. But be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for My AI Live. And then we will showcase your posts first thing tomorrow. And then bring your questions of video or anything else that we've covered that you haven't got that aren't answered yet. And we'll go over all your questions and do a new demo also. Let's see.
Elizabeth, we can just stay here and wait for Adrian to start his meeting.
No, unfortunately not. Because I have to cancel this Zoom out so they can actually start it back up over again with the things that they need in it. So I'm going to end this Zoom, but come right back to nowsite.online to join their thing. They will be on in 15 minutes with some great things for you. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. You guys, I'm so thankful and grateful for all of you that we get to do this journey together. And bring your questions, bring everything else. We'll start again tomorrow. And thanks for all of your support while I've been going through this with my mom. You guys have just been so supportive, and I am so incredibly grateful. Like you guys have been holding me up in prayers and just thoughts, and it has helped so much through this journey. So thank you so much, y'all. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for My AI Live. Have a great day, everybody. Feel free to unmute.
We're still with you.
Thank you, Ron.
Welcome.
Yes. Love you.